AEW. Um, this is about how will Ricochet do in his tender in AEW. How would he do? And I'm just going off of straight predictions, just straight analyzing, just straight going off what I think. Um, to be really honest, 100% honest, I think Ricochet might do fairly well. He might just do a little bit better than Claudio. Because Claudio is a situation where he's not doing bad, really, because he had a time where he was winning all the time. He did win a championship, the Ring of Honor World title. So he was a champion of a brand, regardless of low brand or not. They gave him a championship. He's a part of a strong group that's literally just ran through the tag team division and trios division. I just don't know why these guys ain't been tag team champs and trios champs. But anyway, that's besides the point. Cesaro has been booked well, he's fairly strong. Fairly strong. Like, somewhat fair. He just had a match that went a draw with Okada, so that shows you everything. He's been booked fairly strong. I think Ricochet might just be booked a tad bit, just a tad bit stronger because the fact Will Ospreay vouched for him. That's Will Ospreay's homie. So it ain't no telling who else he cool with. He might be cool with Swerve. He might be cool with the Bucks, etc. So I think with that vouch for Will Ospreay though, and they got a lot of faith in Will Ospreay, and I can see why. Will Ospreay is really dope. Um, I fucks with him, heavy, but I think that vouch for Will Ospreay might just be the meal ticket that Ricochet needs to have a pretty fair run. Now, world champion in his future, it's possible. You gotta think, yo. You gotta think. Ricochet might be one of those case scenarios where I understand Ricochet can't really talk and he don't really display somewhat of a personality that much. You know, his last really few months before he left, it was starting to show a different personality. He's coming in, he was in the back with the suits. I thought that looked good. Like, oh, that's okay. I like that look. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a suit make you look like you're important. A suit make you look like you take this seriously. Like, you ever see a rapper in a suit? That looks better than a motherfucker with chains. Yeah, I'm not mad at the chain look though. That shit's hard too. I'm just saying when you got a suit on though, it looked like you take your profession serious. So and he had the glasses and shit. So I was like, yeah, that's okay. That's giving him some type of style. And then it looked like he was like it was teasers of what people was saying. Like, is he gonna turn heel? Well, we never gonna see it probably now. I don't know if he'll ever be heel in AEW. He might not have to, right? I think Ricochet might be one of those case scenarios where he don't really have to pick up on mic skills. But then again, we gotta think, y'all. We gotta think. Did we think Toni Storm before she got there? Did we think Toni Storm was going to be what she is now? And then when Toni Storm got there, right? Did anybody see Timeless coming out of it? Did anybody see Timeless come out of this? Honestly, did anybody see that coming? Did anybody know Toni Storm was this good? Because the Outcast showed elements of her character, but we didn't see this Timeless shit come out of it. Like, we didn't see this though. So I'm saying you can't really underestimate people. It might be a creative. It might have been a creative block in the WWE why Ricochet probably couldn't do certain things. Maybe I'm just making a suggestion. Maybe that's is a big question mark there. We'll never know now. In case he does an interview and talk about it, which will come very soon. And it could have been some type of miscommunication in WWE. Obviously, there was something why he left. But uh, real quick side note, I can't stand Ricochet because he got Samantha Irvin, cold, fine, Vanilla. Ooh. Anyway, I ain't gonna even get too far, but she got that tan vanilla. Feel me? Anyway, Ricochet. He he might just come out of nowhere and do a whole 180 on us, bro. Like, what if he bring back Prince Puma mixed with something else? What if he keep what that he was doing? He come out with the suits and shit, and then what if he does turn heel? We don't know for real. We really don't know. And like I said, you got to think. Will Ospreay vouch for this guy? Everybody pretty much knows about their matches and about what them two can do when they're in the ring. These guys went viral before they even went to WWE and AEW years prior, right? So that should tell you a lot. It's something big there. And right now, AEW, Will Ospreay is definitely one of the newer faces of the company. He's taking Kenny Omega's spot. Because Kenny Omega hope will get well soon. I'm really missing Kenny Omega, but he's taking Kenny Omega's spot though. Because if Kenny Omega can't get healthy, and the unfortunate happened, knocking on wood right now, get well soon. But um, just saying, Will Ospreay is your guy. He's young. He's younger. And it's nothing he can't do in the ring. There's nothing he can't really do in general. So you got to think. They're putting all this faith in this guy. You don't think his word could play a factor in Ricochet's career? I don't see how it wouldn't work in Ricochet's favor, honestly. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And that's a living fact. I'm a living fact of that. I got my first job ever at Kroger because of my little brother. So it's about who you know. I got my second job, my longest job I ever had for 4 years, because I knew my girl's auntie got me that. So that's what I'm saying. It's about who you know. So in this case, he knows Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay seems to be in good hands over there in AEW. He is easily, out of the Forbidden Door seasons before Will Ospreay signed in, he was easily the best booked one. He was the strongest booked. He didn't lose a match. That's how you know they wanted him from the jump. He didn't lose a match. He beat Orange Cassidy. He beat Jericho. This motherfucker beat Kenny Omega. Come on, bro. He was on fire before he even got there. They been wanted him. So you don't think that's going to play on to Ricochet? They know the history. And AEW is definitely built on the in-ring aspect. They are not ashamed of that. And that's what I like them for. But can you imagine that first match? I think that should be on the pay-per-view. Ricochet and Will Ospreay. I don't think they should just waste that on TV. Because why not? Why not make it a big deal? This match went viral before years ago. So make it a big deal. I think it should be on a pay-per-view. Build it up like a sport, like a fight, like an MMA fight or something. Press conference, all types of shit, and really build them both up for that international title. Ricochet getting the international title right off the rip, I don't see how that's not really a possibility. I can see that happening. If anything, I see Ricochet showing up at All In after the match. He might be in a crowd. He might can show up in the back, or he might show up post-match MJF and Will Ospreay after Will Ospreay celebrating, and Ricochet come out and the crowd gonna go wild. Because we already know, like, oh shit, that's the next match? Because after this, pretty much, Will Ospreay could lose right away. He's already been champ. He don't really need a run with that, because we really want to see Will Ospreay in a world title picture, really. I mean, I don't really mind him jumping in and out, because he got an AJ Styles effect. He can be anywhere on the card. That's how he come off to me. he can pretty much be anywhere on the card. MJF is proving that too. He can be anywhere on the card. That's a great player to have on your roster. Somebody that can be everywhere on the card. Any and everywhere they can shine on the card. And, but I see that happening. Ricochet showing up at All In or the Dynamite after. We all know he's signed, so it's just a matter of time now. And hell, All In would probably be a better idea, or the Dynamite after All In. I mean, but it is what it is. Regardless, it's gonna jump regardless. But I just think Ricochet has a very big chance of becoming a world champion because we don't really know what he could pull off. He's still young. We didn't see this with Swerve. Did anybody see this with Swerve being world champ? Nobody seen that. Come on now. Nobody seen that coming. So, like, just keep it real. Nobody seen certain people coming, bro. Like, oh man, Swerve world champion, Tony Storm, timeless Tony Storm. This shit is amazing what she do. Nobody's seen that coming, bro. So I wouldn't doubt Ricochet. That's all I'm saying. I could be 100% wrong. Ricochet could have a very horrible career, and that would be a gigantic, gigantic waste. Oh man, I would hope not. But it's to be seen, man. I think Ricochet, me personally, I think Ricochet is gonna have a pretty fair run. I do see a couple of championships in this run. World Championship, that's a big question mark, but I don't see that not too far away, especially when Will Ospreay win it. You know what I'm saying? I see Ricochet around the corner fighting for it. We'll just have to see. What do you guys think? We out.